morning, everybody. It's me, Nicola Dickens with Free My Cure. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, whichever the case may be. I did it. I finally did it. You have no idea how happy I am right now. So, I have this memory issue that we all know. And I can't seem to get it right. And it has to do with I'm looking for a new intro because it served me well, but I think it's time to grow up a little bit more. So, today we are working on our anti-worry workbook. So this is going to be No Worries Wednesday, or Worry-Free Wednesday, however you would like it to be. So as you guys know, we've already been going through the anti-anxiety workbook because your girl's got some anxiety, and several of you have asked for some of this type of information on the website, and I apologize. I have 450 comments that I need to go through on the website that I cleared yesterday, but now I have more. So, that's awesome. I'm so glad you guys are utilizing the website. It's amazing. Thank you. So, first we're going to smoke, and then we're going to basically do a couple of pages. I think we'll only have one activity in today's book, just to kind of break the ice, see where we're at, and keep it moving. But first, it is smoke time. So, as always, guys, hit that thumbs up button. I almost said, the whole, the whole smoking mantra. I'm an idiot. So, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button to join the Weedy family here on YouTube, where the wonderful YouTube algorithm is, playing hell with my stuff, and we're not getting seen. So I really, really, really could use all of your guys' help on hitting that thumbs up and nailing that subscribe button so that we could get this channel moving again. We're trying. So let's do this. So several of you guys have said when I turn my torch on, you can't hear me anymore, and I get that. It is a loud freaking torch. So I'm going to do the very best I can to shut the hell up and wait until this is over. So I have my apple cider here today, because we are cutting coffee out for the next 30 days. Oh my God, it's going to be hell. So let's do this. Let's keep it going. So you have no idea how hard that was. That was just like freaking torture. Having to shut the hell up. So my husband's like, he'll turn the torch on when I'm up in the bedroom or I'm doing something because it's an automatic call. I know to come. As always, guys, fuck cancer, fuck anxiety, fuck depression, fuck COVID. No more lockdowns. In with the good and out with the bad. That wasn't a very big one, but we will do another throughout. Today we are smoking on banana gelato shatter. So let's try heating that one more time. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it just doesn't work as well. And it was probably like, when you're going through a tunnel and you hold your breath, you're like, oh, I can't do it, I can't do it. That was probably what it was like when I shut up. So we're going to try this again with no more talking, if I can handle it. Okay, so that puppy's red. Red. Let's see if it works this time. As always, guys, fuck cancer, fuck anxiety, fuck depression, fuck COVID, fuck the lockdowns. In with the good and out with the bad. That was better. Woohoo! We got one. So, so I have my what am I doing out of bed cup. This is my cup. This is my warm beverage cup. And that's basically what it is. Why the hell am I up? Go back to bed. But we are doing this. I have cut coffee out for the next 30 days. Starting yesterday. Wow, starting yesterday. This is gonna suck. Sorry, this is gonna suck. And the pure reason why is I'm cutting caffeine out altogether right now. And I'm kind of hoping that I can reset myself with with as much water as I can drink, with eating as well as I can. I'm also going to take a multivitamin. Hopefully I can, I found one that has no iron in it. I am definitely allergic to man-made iron. I can eat my iron in my food. I can eat iron in other things as long as it is a natural iron. I can't do it with what Big Pharma has made. It kills me. It literally puts me into anaphylaxis, and that sucks. So we are trying this way to see if we can help kickstart our body into going into the positive realm instead of the anxiety, depression, sad realm. So we're trying to get in and around those. I have had depression on and off my entire life. Starting from when I was actually really little. When I was 3, my dad was picked up for a felony, and I was sent to live with my mother. And she wasn't a good person at all. And in this, I kept wetting the bed until I was almost 9 years old. So my mom, she got a hold of a shrink, couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. She was trying to stop it. But she wasn't trying to stop it for me. She was trying to stop it for her. So, and you can take that how you want to. Because of how triggering my past is, I try to stay with very few videos of it. I will do a whole video of everything, but because we're trying to let it all go, and we're trying to heal, and we're trying to make life a little bit easier for ourselves. We're all for ourselves. There's only one of me. For myself, or for yourself, or ourselves, however you'd like to put that. So we started this to hopefully start kind of fixing some of our internal stuff. Now, the reason why I have done this is because I see a psychiatrist every month. Every month without fail, I see a psychiatrist. I am supposed to be seeing a therapist every week. Because my background is very extensive. It is very sickening, very horrible. And basically what came out of all of that with my mom taking me to the therapist, the therapist basically said, there's something at home that's scaring her. She doesn't want to get out of bed to go to the bathroom because she's scared. And my mom just, she pretended like she didn't get it. She got it, but she pretended like she didn't. But that's what it came down to. I would get horribly sick, throwing up and vomiting, if I knew somebody was coming over, that I knew what they were going to do to or with me. I would get violently ill. I would get violently ill when stress would start to become an issue, because that was the only way my body could do it. If I got sick, a lot of times I could escape, or not even a lot of times, sometimes I could get out of what was coming because I was sick. And that's what I tried to do most often. It got so bad when I was in 6th grade that we were going around door to door, and or they went to our parents' workplace or whatever, and you sold candy bars for the school as a fundraiser. I did not live with my mother at that time. I had already been shipped off to live with somebody that wasn't looking out for my best interest. And I never sold those candy bars. What basically happened was I shoved them in the freezer. And then over the next couple of weeks, I would get up in the middle of the night and I would just start cramming them and eating and eating and eating. It got to the point where I couldn't hide the wrappers anymore. Because what I would do is I'd pull the drawer out of my little vanity stand, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. And behind it had like this little trap area, and I would shove all of the garbage back there so that way I couldn't get caught. So if somebody came in and they looked in the drawer, you'd have to pull it all the way out to see that I had shoved all of this shit underneath. I did get caught, especially because, I was in 6th grade. I didn't think of how am I going to pay for these. So I did get caught. I also gained, 30 pounds off of that. And that I felt like was kind of starting to work. So I would sneak as much sugar shit as I possibly could, and it didn't matter who it came from. I could steal it, and I did a lot of times, because that's the only way I knew how to protect myself. Is if I was fat, gross, and disgusting, then he wouldn't want me anymore. And maybe he'd send me back to my mom. Maybe I'd end up in a worse place or not, but at least at that point, I felt like I had my brother. So that was kind of the biggest thing. He was my best friend, and he was my protector in a lot of cases. He got to the point where I wasn't putting up with mom's shit anymore, and I never had that strength. So I did have it with him behind me because I knew that if she hurt me or she tried to hurt me right then, he would step in. My brother is not a big guy. He's a very tall guy. I want to say 6'3". I'm not sure. I haven't asked him. At all. So bad. And probably 180 pounds of nothing but muscle. He grew up to be a Muay Thai fighter. He's gone into competition. I don't know how many times. It's so cool. I've never been able to see him fight. He doesn't want family to go see him. And the reason why is, and he said to me specifically in this area, was because if, let's say I was in the audience, something would, let's say he was getting his ass kicked, if he could hear me, it would make it worse. It would make him, worse. He couldn't do it. It would break his heart. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you mean you can hear me? He's like, you'd be surprised at your voice and my voice when we're in a place. It's very noticeable. It's very there. My husband says the same thing. So it's not like a brother-sister empathy. It's I have a very odd, squeaky, high-pitched voice that I can't get away from. So, yeah, even if I was out there, something were, and I would go, ah! He feels like he would have felt that, seen it, heard it, and he couldn't do it. And so I'm like, okay, I get that. I get it. Makes sense. I've gotten to watch him fight practice fighting, but that's all. He actually ended up getting my oldest son starting in it, which I thought was pretty awesome. To be honest with you, I never learned to fight from him. But that'll be something we talk about later on down the line. So, yeah, today is what am I doing out of bed? No coffee. I'm tired. Why am I doing this to myself? Type of a thing. Let's just torture myself until, I don't know, whatever happens, happens. Okay, let's smoke one last time, and then we will jump into the No Worries Workbook. Almost finished. don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're in an RV park. Oh, no shocking. But behind me is one of the main driveways. It's actually the main driveway that comes this far down. And as I'm doing videos, you can see people walking around. The other day I had, here, hold on, fuck cancer, fuck anxiety, fuck depression, fuck going in with the good and out with the bad. So the other day I had a guy come up. I had all the lights off in here because I wasn't filming. I was working on my computer. I was doing a few things. Well, he was coming up to the door. I have severe anxiety. I have a condition called agoraphobia, which means that if I start feeling really uncomfortable, I can have big issues walking out the door, even talking to people, doing things, being in open space, that kind of thing. I feel safe in my little 350 square feet trailer because I can see all the way around it. I have a security system, you know, the whole wonderful 9 yards. But this gentleman comes walking up here, so I get up and I stand over here, and he's looking in the window, and he just starts doing this thing. And I'm sitting there trying not to laugh because I honestly don't think he was looking in the trailer. I think he was using that mirrored tent to fix his hair. And I'm like trying not to laugh because it's funny. And I'm like, oh shit. He was walking down to this young lady down the road, down the 2 trailers down. I just wanted to make sure his hair was good before he got there. I'm like, oh my god. Alrighty. Okay, so no worries workbook. 124 lists, activities, and prompts to get out of your head and on with your life. By Molly Burford. So, yes, I think that's how it's called. And just like the other anti-worries notebook, workbook, I will be putting the link in the description below as to where you can pick them up because we might as well do this together. Let's show our crazy together. Okay, so let's see. First edition, so this is, first edition is 2019. So this is fairly new. Out of Avon, Massachusetts. That's interesting. Okay, so the contents of this, we're just going to kind of hit a couple of these. Is introduction, how to use this book and activities. So we're going to break up with worry, explore meditation, rearrange your room, make an anti-worry playlist, give yourself a hand, and so on and so forth. Do the animal ABCs. Oh no, it's going to be up here making me do weird, stupid shit on the internet. Watch. I'm going to end up having to do some freaky ass dance with a chicken thing. Sorry, I just thought it was funny. Break it down, play gratitude bingo, draw your anger. Okay, actually, I could probably do that one as well. That one might be fun. Keep an almost missed it log. Sounds interesting. See the glass half empty and half full. See, I don't know about you guys. Let me know how you guys are in the comments below. But I always try to look at that optimistic way. If something's going on and you have me and my husband, and it's the same thing. Like this weekend, I was making these flower pots. He was helping me, and he went to drill out the bottom of this insulated bowl that we found. And in doing that, it broke most of the bottom off. Well, he got mad. He threw it, knocked one of my plants over that had plants in it. Had, being the key word. And as I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I have some extra masks, like what you had to wear, blue paper masks. I'll bet I could put a mask in here, and I was able to do it, and it actually worked out really well because it drained so much better than what I was expecting. So I come in and I said, okay, can you do that to these other 9 bowls? And he's like, what? I'm like, it worked perfect. And he's like, what do you mean? So I showed him. And I'm like, it always works. You just have to find the way to make it work. Don't get angry. Start thinking. And that's, kind of how I do it. I don't have the energy anymore. I'm too old to be fighting with myself. I am. I'm too old to be fighting with the people around me. So it's easier for me to look at the positive now than to look at the negative. So that's kind of how I look at it. So, introduction. Whatever you're worrying about right now, know this. It's going to be okay. Really? Don't believe me? That's okay too. From personal relationships to work and finances and more, there are a ton of things that make you worry. You are not alone in that. Everyone worries from time to time. It's when those worries begin to weigh you down and make living your best life a challenge that a little adjustment is not needed. Or that a little adjustment is needed, my bad. And that's where we come in. The No Worries Handbook is filled with more than 120 creative, easy-to-follow activities that will help you manage, cope with, and even own your worries so you can get out of your head and get on with your life. You'll break up with worry once and for all in a heartfelt goodbye letter. Follow the roadmap for getting out of your own way. Rearrange your room to gain new perspectives. That activity I really can't do because I live in a trailer. But in that, instead of rearranging, what I decided to do instead was to reorganize. So we're gonna, instead of doing the rearrange, if you want to do the rearrange, I'll be reading all of it. However, I'm going to be doing it that way simply because, I can't move most of my furniture. So that's how we're gonna do that. Create an empowering mantra. Use a decision tree to distinguish facts from feelings. That is a huge one. Oh my goodness, yes. That is actually the words I was looking for the other day. The woman from Lazy Days that had called me, she was so, she was so quick to jump into that victimhood. And that's kind of what I feel is, she can't distinguish facts from feelings because it's not personal against her. It's not. She works for a company that has wronged a customer. So I'm sorry about this, but you've got to take that out of there and remember that it is not personal. If you're taking it personal, then maybe you need to work with us and some of this stuff too. But remember, it's not personal. If a customer comes after a company, it is not personal. That's not what they mean to do. What they mean to do is they mean to say, hello, you're not listening. And that's kind of where we were at. And it's still not personal. It's not, because at that point in time, she was so closed-eared and opened mouth that it wouldn't have mattered what we said. Because she couldn't hear us at that point in time. She was taking it personal. She was taking it like I was saying she was a bad person. I wasn't. I don't know her. I can't say she's a bad person. I can't say anything about her. The only thing that I can say about her is that she kept cutting us off. And then all she kept repeating was, stop screaming at me. Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling, and just like that, over and over and over again, like a 2-year-old kind of would do. I'm like, holy hell, are you kidding me? So, yeah, remember, in a lot of these things, we do need to distinguish our facts from our fiction. And that comes on the side of the person that is coming out for, they're upset with this company. That goes for them too. It is not personal. This company isn't going after you personally. They're not. What they're doing is they're making policy to go after everybody equally. So the more of us that stand up to tyranny, I guess, the better off we are, because it works the same way in government. Um, Government isn't, I guess maybe they are kind of making it personal, but for the most part, they want for them, not us. So, I guess that one kind of doesn't really count, because it is kind of personal when you do it to an entire country. So, yeah, just strike that, move on. Customize your own self-care checklist and more. You can work through these activities from beginning to end, or flip through to whatever jumps out at you. This is your journey, so do what's best for you. Most important, as you work through the different activities, remember that you are not a worrier. You are a warrior. The most important tool you have is on the path to less worry is your own strength. Even if you don't see yourself as strong now, this book will help you discover your inner power. So, are you ready to send those worries a-packing? Let's get started. So, that was the introduction. Now we are on how to use this book. Not too many pictures so far. That's about it. How to use this book. Maybe you are coming to this book after feeling a bit anxious lately, or maybe you've tried different techniques, online support, or even other books to quell more constant worry, to no avail. In this case, you may be wondering what makes this book any different. How exactly will reading these pages help in the ways that other resources haven't? For starters, I understand that the truth about worry is that it isn't curable. Years of research and interviews in the mental health field have taught me that there is no magic solution that'll make it so you never worry about anything ever again. And besides, a little worry can be helpful in certain situations. That urgency you feel when a deadline is looming, if you didn't worry at all, you might blow it off, getting the job done on time, which unlocks a host of other problems. The No Worries Workbook is all about better managing the worries that don't serve you. With this understanding that progress involves a lot of ups and downs, time and practice, and compassion for yourself and your journey to less worry. In addition, instead of piling on fact after fact and focusing on why you worry, this book provides hands-on activities that place the emphasis on what to do about it. Each activity is designed to help you cope with your worries in a productive, healthy way, so you can get out of your head and on with your life. Of course, you will also be able to explore the cause of your own worries along the way, so you can learn to erase or even prevent future worries. Some activities will refocus your attention away from unproductive thoughts and processes and back to the present moment through physical activity, visualization, and even coloring. Others will involve some deep self-reflection through drawing, filling in the blanks, and more. Each activity comes from the tried and true methods I have developed for and discovered from helping my readers. And here I have provided easy instructions along with more details on how exactly they will help ease your worry. But before you dive in, there are a few things to remember. Have a drink. Have an open mind. Some activities may not seem like a good fit for you, but you should still try each one at least once. You may discover a new, amazing technique for conquering your biggest worry. Practice these activities even when you're feeling good. You can't always wait for peak worry mode in order to work your way through this book. Be patient with yourself and with the process. Managing worry takes time and practice. Feel the growing pains and enjoy the ride. Take note of the activities that resonate most with you as you work through this book, so you can remember what you've learned whenever you feel worried in the future. Keeping these things in mind, you move through the different activities in the book will make you experience as fun, insightful, and successful as it can be. So, are you ready to worry less and relax more? Let's get started. So, our first activity, I've gone to page. Our first activity is break up with worry. So, before we do this, they actually they give us a letter to do this. You're just supposed to write in the information. As I did in this book, the anti-anxiety book, I am not going to write in this book. So in case I want to use it again, or in case I decide to do it as a giveaway at the end of the series, which I think would be good. I think doing one of these in a giveaway would be a good idea. So that's what we are doing. Oh, excuse me. So we are going to smoke before we start our breakup with worry section. I had that song Break by Linkin Park in my head. So as always, guys, fuck cancer, fuck anxiety, fuck depression, fuck COVID, in with the good, and out with the bad. That was good. Okay. Oh. I get the chills when I get the chills when I do that. I don't know why. Oh, that was a big one. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel to join the OED family here online. Whew. Where I, woo, smoked a little much. So, because this is not cannabis and I'm dabbing, when you'll notice once I can breathe, it does get better. But it takes like a good minute. Now my ears are ringing. Now I'm ready for a nap. In just that order. There's the review for today, I guess. So yes, I'm mumbling. I'm being a weirdo. Break up with worry. Dear worry. Hi. It's Nicola Dickens. I wanted to write and let you know that I'm breaking up with you. And it has nothing to do with you and your ability to stress me out about bloody freaking everything. About leaving the house, about meeting people, about going out with friends. Any of that. And then it just says your biggest worries and put them in there. Nope, it has everything to do with me and the fact that I want better for myself because I deserve it. I wasted enough time overthinking things that I really can't control, and I refuse to do it any longer. So worry, but I'm a strong. Sorry, worry, but I am stronger than this. Furthermore, evidently, the weed's starting to work well. Sorry. I wasted. Sorry, worry, but I'm stronger than this. Furthermore, I also require a relationship that gives and takes, and all you do is take, 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 and you take my time, you take um my money, and now you're supposed to write in what types of things are taken. Something worry is taken from you. Health. My biggest one is health. Because I'll get ulcers from worrying so much. So yeah, my biggest thing that worry has taken from me is a lot of my health. When you have an ulcer, oh my god, it sucks rocks. And it takes a little time to get well, and then you have to go for a endoscope. And I mean, it's just time and time and time. And I would not allow it anymore because I have self-respect. I'm also okay. Now it wants us to add 3 of our best attributes. I have self-respect. I'm also smart, sometimes funny, but yeah, most of the time smart. And my green thumb, really. I honestly cannot wait to show you guys when I'm growing cannabis because it will blow you away. And someone like me doesn't need to waste any more brain power on you. I also wanted to let you know that I've grown a lot from you and learned a lot from you. I learned to be resilient. I also learned how to protect myself. I learned how to blend. People don't notice me. Except little kids for some reason. They always, I mean, just, for that split second, they kind of look up and they'll smile and, wave a little and I'll wave back. And they're just really cute. But I also had a daycare, so I kind of in that, I've been like that. My degree's in that. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I notice. Maybe it's because I see them. And it makes people wonder, why. My husband actually asked me that, and I told him, I said, if somebody would have taken that split second to make any kind of connection with me when I was being abused, I probably would have been stronger mentally and been able to kind of reach out for help. So I don't know. That's kind of, but I was never noticed. Nobody ever cared. So I don't know. I always want to make sure that, the kids can be safe. So, yeah, blend. You've taught me how to blend really well. Block. You've taught me how to block. I have very, very little memory of my childhood. Mostly what I remember is pictures from photo albums that I have. I remember the picture as a memory, not a moving picture, but just the individual picture. That's the memory to me because I don't know. Sometimes it'll be, that picture and my brother telling me what that picture represented, or when I would talk to my mom or my dad, any of those, type of things. So, yeah. But now it's time to say goodbye. I wish you all the best. Never yours again, Nicola Dickens. So now we are going to be working on explore meditation. So, kind of as we're going through here, one of the things that I have noticed that even I'm X-Gen. I don't know how, well, even a lot of X-Geners, but X-Gen down, especially, millennials and Gen Z, they look for an app for just about everything. Um, um, my husband's son actually had a sleep training app for his son. And they followed what the app said, and they would do, the whole calculation, and they were very stickler to it and did really well. Um, they use that type of an app. So one of the things I've thought of is if I'm honestly meditating on my own, I'm sleeping. It's really not meditation. So I'm like, what would I do? And I'm like, hey, I've seen these stupid ads for like Calm and another one I just got. I can't remember what it's called now. But they offer those types of things, those services. So I went ahead and I made a Calm account. I have not played with it that much. But I'm going to play with it, and then when we get back for the next session, I'll tell you what I thought about it, and what I thought about what other ones, and how they helped me, if they didn't need to do all of that wonderful stuff. So we're going to explore meditation. I've probably heard about meditation, maybe some form, a friend who swears by meditating every night, or a coworker who goes to weekly group meditations. So why should you care? And what are the benefits, especially when it comes to combating worry? The following are answers to these questions and more. Why should I meditate? Studies have shown that meditation can lead to enhanced concentration, lower stress levels, and higher knowledge of yourself. When it comes to worry, specifically meditation helps quiet these overactive thoughts, bringing you back to the present moment. Oh yeah, there better be a guided tour because I have no clue. Um, I mean, I see why you would meditate. It is a good thing to do. But I don't know how it would bring you back to your present moment. So I am curious. I have never really meditated before. Again, like I said, if I'm meditating, I'm asleep. So how long should I meditate for? If you're new to meditation, it recommends that you start with shorter sessions, 5 to 10 minutes. As you grow more comfortable and confident with practice, you can increase the amount of time. Some people find that meditating for a few short periods each day, for example, 5-minute meditations at 8 a.m., 12 p.m., and 4 p.m. is the most effective. Is there an app for that? Yeah. Of course, in fact, there are tons of options. Headspace, that's what I was thinking of. And Calm are great for guided meditations that show you the ropes if you are just starting out. Not new to meditation, but looking for background sounds or timers to improve or track your sessions. Check out white noise or equanimity. So we are going to stop there where it comes to rearranging my room. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Maybe short little segments of what I'm rearranging or what I'm reorganizing. We will see how that works for the next video. So, trying to think what else. So let's see. I have not played with this yet. No, I'm not. You know. See, and that's why I didn't like the other one. Is most of it is paid, and right now in today's economy with everything skyrocketing in price, I understand, and I can't afford. I can't afford to put my money into an app like this. I can put my time into an app like this, but I would have to. It's the whole money thing. They also have different self-care type of animals that you can do that can help you with some of that as well. I did one. Let's see, where is that? Finch. And I don't know, I just barely did it. I don't know how to work it. It's there though. And so there's a lot of different ways to work with it. Most of the time with anxiety and depression, some of that self-care goes out the window because you're not going anywhere. You're not going outside. It's easier and more comfortable to stay in your little cocoon and lay down and watch TV or do whatever it is you're doing. I get that. And that's why I recommend these self-care type animals. It'll help you, tell you to drink some water, tell you to do whatever. And it is a good way of starting out, of getting yourself out of your daily cocoon, I guess. I always find that when I'm having a good day and I'm not drawing back, I normally, can have my makeup done, have work on the computer done, and have a video done within, by 8 o'clock in the morning. Because I then have to take a group of pills at 9 o'clock in the morning, which will put me to sleep. So I have to kind of schedule my day that way. When you do it that way, it's kind of difficult because now you're waking up twice in one day and you don't know how you're going to wake up from those dreams. So you may wake up in a great mood in the morning and you're ready to go to town. You get ready to go, everything's done, and then you lay down and take your nap. You get up in the afternoon and you're done. There's nothing you want. You want to do nothing but either play on TikTok, which, oh my goodness. Yeah, play on TikTok, or, I do a lot of playing on TikTok, or other social media platforms, just so I have to, just so I can pass the time and not think. So that's kind of the way that I do it, and I know that that's really wrong and really bad, and that's why I kind of look at these different apps, and I'm like, okay, a self-care thing, it's basically going to tell you what to do and help you get out of that mindset. So, and that is kind of the other side of bipolar. You have that up. Oh, you're happy, you're ready to go, you want to go do this, you want to go do that, as long as your husband's with you. And then you're, I don't want to do nothing, leave me alone. So it is, and this goes back and forth and back and forth. There are times or months, let's see the dog. Everything around here is timed and it is too funny. So yeah, there's times when certain people get up and start walking around, and then there are like ladies that take care of horses. This little old lady, she's so cute. I want to say she's maybe 80. She's old. She, on the very first day, she had these two black dogs that I saw her because we're new to this place. She's walking these two black dogs, and she's stopping and she's like, "Can you walk the other way? I'm sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. It's good." So I brought the dogs up because she can't control the dogs with other animals around, so she doesn't want to have to deal with them, which I understand. I get it. Well, the very next day, actually, the very next morning, I'm walking Raffy and Tigger down, and I didn't see her, so I was walking closer. Well, I saw her come up the little dirt path. I'm like, uh-oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, I walk over here. You take your dogs. And that's what, I told her what to do. She's like, thank you. Oh, your babies are gorgeous. And I said, so are yours. Hers are pitch black, long furry, I'm not even sure what they are, but they are very good looking dogs. Well, I saw her 2 days ago. Yeah, every time we see each other now, she's, hi honey, how are you? And she's just the cutest little thing. I believe she also has a horse that she takes care of, that she's taking care of, I believe is hers. And I haven't seen a husband, so I don't know if the husband's there, still alive, or what, Because I see her all the time. And I see her get in the truck, and I see her leave. Now, I've never seen anybody in the truck with her. But, yeah, she is the cutest little thing, let me tell you. I don't even know why I told you this story now. I forgot. But, I think it was getting on schedule and doing those things. And so I have decided to cut out caffeine for the next 30 days, drink more water. I can have non-caffeinated tea. Because that's how we're gonna try to combat some of this. So, yeah, next Worry-Free Wednesday, we will be back. We will not be rearranging the room. We will be doing other stuff with that. Looks like we're gonna make an anti-word playlist. Okie dokie. So that's what you see. We will do one last dab, and we are home free. The camera picks up that sound. It's just about time to refill these. As always, guys, fuck cancer, fuck anxiety, fuck depression, fuck COVID. In with the good and out with the bad. I might do some of my off-grid stories, Storytime sequences, because oh my goodness, in the past 2 years that we've been in the RV traveling around the state, we've run across some very, very interesting people and groups. You know, we do a lot of people watching, and it's interesting sometimes. So that is it for today. I hope you guys have a great and beautiful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mad love, guys. Bye.